Hey, guess what time it is? Speed build time! Because that's what I do. I build houses. Not much else, but lots of houses. Now, you may have noticed with this house, we actually started out with a dock already placed. And the reason I did that is because, boy, oh boy, it drives me nuts placing docks in Island Living. Like, I love how they look. I love that we can do the different foundation heights and have, like, stairs going up and down between them in the water. I think it looks amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. But it is kind of time-consuming, and I figured pretty much everyone has put out a stilted house at this point for Island Living. And they're awesome, and they're cool. But I didn't want to just make you watch the whole same thing with foundation and everything. Because, I don't know, I just think it's boring, personally. Now, I also want to explain this house a little bit, because it's actually not my favorite house I've ever built. I definitely think I've done a lot better. But it is the first house I had made in Island Living. Like, at all. Like, this is my first, like, I went through, and you can see, like, a lot of this stuff is new, you know. I made it in a very short period of time, because I was headed to work. Like, I had an hour before work when I made this, basically, or, like, an hour and 45 minutes or something like that. So, basically, I made this house, I got ready for work, I left my house, you know. And so, usually I take a long time to do builds, I guess is the point, and this one I was speedy. I got it done in a whole hour and, like, 10 minutes or something like that. Or it would have been, I guess, an hour and, like, I don't know, this is sped up 6 times, so, like, a little bit over an hour is all. Yeah, but as far as it goes, I don't dislike this build. I just don't think that it has a lot of character to it. And I like to do builds where I already have, like, a storyline in mind, or I already have a family in mind. Whereas this one was just kind of like, ooh, I like the pink color, and I like the blue color. And it's true. I think I've mentioned this. I think Island Living has some of the most beautiful pink, like, peachy pink tones. Especially in the curtains. They have this the sheer curtains have this beautiful peachy color. It's not quite pink. It's peachy, okay? And I love it. It's so pretty. Oh, see that one right there? That's the only curtain I'm going to use for a long time, because I love peach as a concept and a color. Oh, also, you may have noticed I just deleted those windows, put the curtains on, and then put the windows back. That is the life hack for when you're trying to place curtains and they don't feel like cooperating with you. That is the way to do it. I don't know. This build was interesting. Also, I've been recording a lot of voiceovers today, which is sometimes hard for me because I kind of run out of things to talk about. You know, like, I didn't have a very busy day, so it's just voiceovers, because I have a lot of build footage that I've just been avoiding editing and making voiceovers for. But, also, I can't stand it when counters touch windows, which, with this kitchen situation, posed a problem. I ended up just having a gap there. Oh, you can see me try and fit a shelf in, and I would have put that white shelf, except for that white wood tone is not as bright as the white on the cupboards. I like putting a shelf, though, with the counters to put a bin under. I think it looks nice. But I ended up just putting a blank bin. Like, I ended up putting a bin with nothing over it, like, leaving the spot blank next to that window. I think it ended up working out the best. The other thing, I think that I need to do more feature walls. Like, I never go back to wallpaper after I've wallpapered everything, and I think that's a mistake. I think I'm definitely still learning as a builder. I'm trying to figure out my ish as a builder, and I have not gotten there yet. Oh, I really like that blue on those counters, too. Like, I really like the blue in this pack. I think the blue mixed with the peach is just so stunning. Actually, I took an interior design course at school, which was miserable. I didn't like the teacher, and it wasn't fun. But I really like some of the projects we did. And one of the projects, I got to take basically the floor plan of my bedroom, but then design it as if basically redo the interior decoration however I wanted. And what I learned is I really like industrial architecture. So, like, old wood floors, concrete floors, exposed brick. I like all of that. But then I like putting vintage furniture in it, because I almost like the juxtaposition of, like, the warmth that comes from traditional furniture or furnishing. I kind of mix the two of them up there, but I really like the warmth that comes from that old traditional furniture kind of in juxtaposition with this cold, modern, kind of industrial concrete and brick and everything. I think it's just really good. I like it. Now, that has nothing to do with island living, which is why we're here. But also, circular tables. I get that everyone wants more circular tables and everyone wants a more modern one. And I get why. And I think maybe that might make me like circular tables. But in The Sims 4, I just can't use circular tables. Every time I try and place one, I'm just like, And I think the main reason for that is that I kind of feel like with the 6 chairs, they're too cluttered. Like, I wish we could put 5 chairs around them and have them spaced evenly. That's what I want. I would be so much happier. I don't know why, but 6 chairs it looks too much to me. So I never do it. And especially with this house, with it being 1 bedroom, I guess it wouldn't have made much sense to have 6 chairs. But I like the pinky tone on the dining table. I did end up using though. Also, with the bathroom, I like when I use that new shower from Island Living, I think it does definitely make it look more like it's more realistic than the cubes, or I guess rectangular prisms, if you're going to be specific. But the rectangular prisms that we currently have in the game, I think that it's a step in the right direction for showers in The Sims 4. I mean, eventually, someday, we hope we'll get a shower that is just a faucet and a drain on the floor. That would be awesome. We don't have that yet. So, this one I definitely think is a step in the right direction. And so I'm trying to make it look more like a shower by putting in that wall with that window next to it. I mean, we've totally passed that point in the build, but that was what I was getting at. I think I need to do that where I add a different floor tile underneath, though, so that it definitely looks like it's its own little area. That would be good. Watching build footage, even a build like this, which I don't dislike it, but it's not my favorite build I've ever done or anything. Watching build footage is not even my favorite build. I'm like, gotta build. Want to build. That's all I want to do. I am still vexed about the island counter. Pretty much most of the houses I've been making in Island Living, what I've been doing to get around this island counter situation is just pretending that the regular counters are island counters. Which, granted, every time I try and make my Sims sit at a dining table together and they don't wanna, and they go sit at the island counter I made, I'm super annoyed. So maybe it would be nice to do this in all of my builds. Maybe I'll end up liking it. I'll have to see about gameplay how I feel, but just give us an island counter, gosh darn it. It's an island pack, give us an island counter. And the rumor was that it was going to be fixed when, after EA Play, the creators that went to EA Play, they all had a pre-release version, and so they were like, oh, we think it'll be fixed by release time, and then it wasn't. And why isn't it fixed? I don't understand. But yeah, I do still really like this pack quite a bit. Also, you're going to see me do a fence situation here, which was actually inspired from The Sim Supply, because he went at EA Play when he was building Just a House and Island Living. He wanted a more modern fence, and so he made his own, and I did that as well, because I wasn't vibing any of the other fences. And also, I really like the dark wood tone and how it matched the wood of the modern windows I had on the house. I also think this pack is impressive simply because the islandy aesthetic, the island aesthetic really, really goes well with the modern aesthetic, right? I have this island house with this old wood siding that's kind of worn from probably ocean water, I imagine. And I have this thatched roof, but then I have these modern windows, and I don't think it clashes at all. I think it works really, really nicely. The Sims team did a good job of making sure the style blended seamlessly. Now, as far as Island Living, whether or not people should get it, all I do in The Sims is build. I don't play very much. On occasion I will, but it's mostly just building for me. So with that, it's kind of, for me, it comes down to build and buy items. That's why I buy packs or not. And I have almost all the packs. There's 3 that I don't. And they're all stuff packs that I just don't think are worth $10. Maybe that's bad, but. So, I don't care so much about gameplay, because I don't use it very much. I just want to build pretty houses, which I got Island Living feels like I wanted to build an ocean house. That's all I want. In the past, I've built lake houses on pools because I wanted a lake house, but we didn't have lakes, So to me, this was it's a nice place to build, and that's all I really want. And so far, I've really been loving building in Sulani. But I know that a lot of Sims players do really strive for gameplay, and they strive to have these in-depth storylines, which sometimes I do like that. I haven't played any gameplay in Sulani yet. I've just built houses, but I imagine that for players who do like that, it could be a bit empty, because it is lacking some things, like it doesn't have resorts or anything like that, and I can just see how this game wouldn't quite, like, the pack that we got, it was good, and I love the build items, and oh my gosh, do I love the plants. They're so good. They're such great landscaping items, even for lots that aren't on the island. But I can see how the gameplay might come across as a bit empty, because it's basically just the conservation career, a couple new, rabbit hole, a couple new wormhole, is it rabbit hole, wormhole? I'm really lost now, but a couple new, wormhole careers, that's, and some good build items, and mermaids, which, to me, I almost feel like we could have had a little bit less, like a slightly smaller world, or make it a vacation world with a game in a game pack, and then give us university and an expansion, because I really, really want university. That is a gameplay feature I could actually see myself using when I do gameplay, because I've always been a really academic person. College is a big deal to me. I'm actually headed to college at the end of this summer, and it's something I look forward to. My entire childhood was growing up and going to college, so not being able to have my Sims do it, it feels a bit weird that they just, okay, well, I'm done with high school, and now I'm just in a career that I've had no training for. To me, that's hollow gameplay to me. So I would have rather seen it that way, but as far as whether or not people should get this pack, I do really, really love the build and buy items. I think they're really, really good, and they mesh well with some other packs. I think that you could mix it really well with spot A items, which I've done in another build. I think you can mix it really well with jungle adventure, obviously. This is mostly just jungle adventure plants and island living stuff. That's what this build is, but I think it mixes with other packs. Oh, I think you mix it with cats and dogs a little bit, because Brindleton Bay? Yeah, Brindleton Bay has some really nice, sea-themed items, ocean-themed items. So I think you can mix it with that a little bit. So I think it does have good overlap with other packs, if people are wondering that. Oh, by the way, right here, I was just seeing if another roof would work, because I think that it's important to show, my process as a builder and what I go through to see whether or not I like something. The answer was I did not like this, so we went back very quickly. But anyway, I think it does have a lot of mixture with other packs, but I don't know, it's kind of up to you, because it is hollow gameplay a little bit. And now we're in screenshot, so I'm going to go. I hope you enjoyed it, and then, yeah, bye.